What's going on, everybody? It's Over the Ropes. I'm Tyler.
I'm Cortland. What's going on, homie
What is
man?
going on, everybody? Busy wrestling weekend.
Oh,
Holy
shoot.
shit. So we had Saturday night's main event. We had Battleground. For the people who watch it, we had, was it Double or Nothing?
Double or nothing.
Double or
6-year
Nothing.
anniversary.
And TNA had a show.
Yeah, Friday night.
Yeah, like, what a weekend. Man, all kinds of wrestling. So we are going to wing this. You'll know by clicking on the video. This is either going to be Saturday night's main event, and then we'll be filming another one afterwards for Battleground, or they might be in one. So you'll know when you click it. It'll say in the title if it's one or two. Depends on how long. We're going to lightly talk over SmackDown real quick. So we didn't do SmackDown video. As busy as this weekend was, it was just easier. We'll hit on a few things that we feel like is worth touching on SmackDown, and then we'll go straight into Saturday night's main event.
It was a busy weekend. Big wrestling weekend and a busy weekend to be a bartender. Let me tell you what.
Hey, for sure. So first question, Julia, LA Knight. How do you feel about them winning Money in the Bank?
Fantastic. Julia, I'm super excited about. I'm glad she won it, and I'm even happier that Charlotte didn't win. I wrote it somewhere here in my notes. Julia curb stomping Charlotte is like my peak quintessential WWE moment. That was everything I didn't know I needed. Um, LA, that one was a little tougher because obviously I want Aleister Black to win it. But I'm cool with LA Knight. And at least the way they did it too. Um, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he throw Aleister out and then because Aleister hit the black mass?
Yeah.
So Aleister still looks fine out of it. I'm curious if they do the 5 guys who lose, they have a last chance way to get in.
Really hasn't been doing that. I agree that I love that Julia won. Her having a face off to start off the show with Charlotte and Alexa just shows like the
star
power, the trust that they have in her. That was great. LA Knight is kind of like another one of those situations where I'm happy he won because LA Knight should be in the Money in the Bank match. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, well, why did you put Black into a different match and have Black? Yeah. I would love to see Black in that match. You know what I'm saying? So,
me as well.
Yeah. So like it's hit or miss, but I'm not going to complain too much about it. Next week we have Naomi, Nia Jax, and Jade Cargill.
That's going to be huge.
What a triple threat match. I mean,
that match is going to be colossal.
Who do you pick?
I pick Jade, but Naomi's great in these types of matches. I also feel like heel Naomi could go on a run here. Like, she could win the whole thing, and I think that would be a little well-deserved, so...
Well, that's where I'm running into. Is like,
she'd be a menace.
In my head, I'm like, well, Jade wins this, obviously. But Naomi's my pick to win Money in the Bank. As of now. Even though she's not in it yet. So,
yeah.
And now that
she could do work with it.
Especially now that Chelsea is out. Like, it's Naomi. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, I'm like, wow, that should main event unless they have something real crazy for next week as a match. And then we have Andrade, Carmelo, and who's the last one? Andrade, Carmelo. Jacob.
That too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's a hell. Again, it's probably gonna be Jacob, but I think you and I both feel the same way about it being Mello. So
Mello could be fucking obnoxiously great with this briefcase too.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny that he's with Miz, who is one of the most notorious heels to use it not once but twice.
Which he brought up on SmackDown.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually liked their segment on SmackDown. I thought that was good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
They had a good spot. SmackDown was alright. Man, Fatu and JC Mateo, that's going to be insane when it happens. Those two guys clearly do not like each other.
Yeah, which I like that they brought that story over from like the indies of how much they don't like each other. You know, and that's kind of the thing is like Triple H always starts off hot with some of these guys, but then it kind of tapers off. So it's like, okay, well, let's see where we go with here because like right now it's looking great. Right now Black's looking great. Right now Rusev's looking great. But look where Andrade is 2 years later. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So like we'll have to see where it kind of goes. They put Candice LeRae back with Johnny and Ciampa.
Yes.
Love that.
I love that. Keep her away from Nia.
Real worried when we hadn't been seeing her on TV, and it's cut season. I was like stressing that she was going to be the next one to.
Yep.
So they announced a match for Worlds Collide. Legata del Fantasma versus Psycho Clown, Dr. Wagner Jr., and Penta something, right?
I don't remember what it was, to be honest.
I know it's Psycho Clown and Dr. Wagner Jr. I don't remember who the last one is.
Let me scan down. Pagano.
Okay, yeah. So from listening to other people, I know a lot of people are a fan of Psycho Clown and Dr. Wagner Jr. I've never seen them, and it'll be very fun to watch, but I know a lot of people who are fans of those two guys. How do you feel about it being on YouTube?
Is that the only way to watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Yeah. I don't love that, but it is what it is.
I don't love that either.
It's probably still better than the Nesson app because Nesson is the all-time worst way to watch anything. I'll tell you what.
I actually haven't had any issues with that.
With the app?
Yeah.
Oh man, I think the app's all garbage. Maybe it's gotten better since I tried it last.
I've only watched a couple of games, a couple of Red Sox games, but the couple that I've watched weren't that bad.
Okay, good enough. That's encouraging.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I feel like those are kind of the big turning point of
on SmackDown.
I don't think I really had anything else.
There's maybe the biggest thing that you missed.
What's that?
Fraxing versus the Street Profits. Ladies and gentlemen, we did not get a clean finish on this one.
Yeah.
Montez Ford was on the top rope and the lights went out, brother.
Oh,
and it was the Wyatt Six returned.
Six is back. Yeah.
And they absolutely cleaned house, took out everybody. No one was safe.
Yep.
And the birthday cake at the end was like the ultimate wow moment because they returned on Bray's birthday.
That is cool. Yeah, you're right. I did forget about that.
Pretty fun match. Nathan Frazier is like disgustingly fast in the ring. It's weird for someone to make Montez Ford look human.
Right.
Frazier does it because he is so athletic. Wyatt Six, baby. I was super pumped to see him back.
So do you think that means they go after the tag titles?
I hope so.
That would be.
But I also just kind of hope that they go after everyone, and it did kind of look that way.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna sidebar more.
Okay.
I know that this wasn't on SmackDown. I'm trying to remember what day it happened, but it was something we would have talked about on SmackDown.
Okay.
What do you think about them taking the Mania out of New Orleans? Because I've been thinking about this a lot.
It depends on the reason. It's not like I was going, so I don't particularly super care where it is if I'm watching it on TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I really enjoyed the last one they were at there. And the Vegas crowd wasn't super great last year. And isn't that where the rumor is? They didn't even confirm that, right?
They haven't confirmed anything, but there's some London rumors and there are some Vegas rumors. Those two seem to be the strongest.
Right.
I'm super bummed for New Orleans. I think that the WrestleManias there have been great, but I guess the stadium isn't in great shape is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
But I know from people who attend, the convenience to be able to get to and from everywhere you need to go that's WrestleMania related, it's easy.
Yeah.
I am really not a fan if they go back to Vegas. I think that this move reeks of greed in TKO.
Mhm.
I'm not stoked about it.
Yeah.
I would be much happier if they decide to go to London. Um,
Yeah.
so we'll have to wait and see. But I did just want to get your opinion on that quick because I thought that that was enormous news. I mean, that's unprecedented. They've never moved to WrestleMania,
Yeah.
and so far we have no explanation, which I don't think is a good look at all.
So that's true, but also they're announcing it earlier and earlier. You know what I'm saying? And you run into shit like this. Like for all we know, it could have been moved even closer, but they hadn't announced it, so we just didn't know.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a big like MCU Marvel guy. Obviously, I read comics. I love movies, film, and like everybody's like, oh look how they have to keep pushing these movies back. Like that's a bad sign, but it's like yeah, because they're telling you 2 years in advance it's going to come out on this day, which they've never done before. Like
Yep.
movies get pushed back all the time, they just aren't stupid enough to tell you it's coming out on this day 2 years before it does, because shit happens, you know. So like, it really depends on why, and we're never gonna know why. Honest, you know, which sucks. But if I'm watching it on TV, it's like, you know, it doesn't actually affect me. So,
It's a fair point.
yeah. But yeah, it all depends on why. And again, obviously, we can take a little bit into the crowd. And Vegas wasn't great last year, but it looked beautiful. The setup was great.
Yep.
So, uh, something else I want to point out from Friday at that TNA show, they had two wrestling returns. I don't know if you saw this,
Ooh, I
but
did not.
Dolph Ziggler had Kelly come out with him to ring.
Oh,
Yeah, under her real name, Barbie, whatever it is. Um,
Barbie Blank, I think.
yeah, and then backstage, the bunny showed up from used to be in AEW. Butcher.
Really?
Yeah. Allie, right? Is
Yeah.
that her name? Yeah.
No shit. Yeah, Allie the Bunny.
Yeah, she's back in TNA. So, which is pretty cool. I always liked Allie.
No shit. Yeah.
I really liked her in TNA. I was still watching TNA a lot during that time. She had a storyline with was it Dexter Loomis, maybe?
Yeah, dude. Wasn't she a little crazy in TNA?
Yeah. Well, she was with
Yeah.
Chelsea Green, and Chelsea was super
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. They were awesome in TNA. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
And I don't know if the Barbie Kelly thing was like a one-off, but that's pretty cool. She's always great to see.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I'd say that's kind of the big thing from Friday going into Saturday night's main event. Now, what did you think of the show?
I thought it was a bit of a snooze fest, but I kind of think they all are. It had its, you know what? It's bookended by big returns, which is fun. I'm not going to be as hostile as I saw X being about it,
Right.
because this got eaten alive on X.
You knew it was going to when it was double or nothing was the same.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I don't know what you expect on a Saturday night on NBC, though. I mean, I know people are complaining about commercials, but I mean, I think people also exaggerated about how little ring time there was. The problem was there was a lot of commercials during the matches.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine. I don't think anything. Well, I can't say nothing major happened because, like I said, there was the two big returns. Do you want to go match by match, or
So we'll go
wanna
match by match.
Okay, cool.
We didn't get the predictions in, like Cortland said, work wise and just schedule wise. It was nuts. So we did our predictions, and we'll let you guys know what we picked and if we got it right or wrong. So that way, anybody.
Your man is back on top?
But so we start the show off with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn and CM Punk. I think we both picked Sami and Punk, right?
We did, and everyone in the group chat.
Hey.
Which surprised me. I feel like it's not often we all go unanimous, especially on a tag match.
Wait, I picked Sami and CM Punk too?
No, everyone picked Seth and Braun.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Seth and Braun. I was gonna say, wait,
Everyone.
no, I picked Seth and Braun. Yeah. And it was a good match. Frankly, I forgot this match was happening. So when Seth's music hit, I was like, "Oh, is he dressed to wrestle?"
Yep.
It was a long weekend, dude.
Oh my God, yes, sir.
So it was a good match. I can tell you what I was not expecting was our boy Big Bronson Reed showing up.
Fucking amped. I was not able to keep up with the chat, but I saw you guys were talking about, is there going to be a third man? Is it going to happen tonight? I wasn't expecting it, but I was so amped
No.
that it's Big Bronson Reed. I love him. I think he's going to be great in this group. I think it's a little weird that he's with Seth after they tried to kill each other last year, but
Yeah.
you know what? Shit happens.
Right.
I'm super pumped he's with Paul Heyman. I hope this guy becomes a killing machine. I love Bronson Reed.
Imagine Bronson Reed and Braun Breakers tag champs.
They should never lose ever.
I don't usually listen to the group, the like dirt sheets, but the dirt sheets are like, well, as of now, like there's nobody, no third guy, blah blah blah. So I kind of took that as like a guarantee. So I wasn't expecting it, but yeah, you just see Bronson Reed, big ass coming out of nowhere, smokes Punk Punk.
It was pumped through the barrier.
Yeah, and then Sammy gets finished in the ring by Breaker.
Speared him from across the ring, dude.
The shit out of him.
He looked like a puma.
Yeah, and it was a good opener. Good way to open the show. Bronson Reed returns. The third man, brother. Hulk Hogan style. Here's the thing. I agree that normally not a lot happens on Saturday night's main event. I will say I think this one more things happen than normal so far.
Yep. We did get that good return, and we get another.
Yep.
Here in the middle, I saw a lot of people boohooing that we didn't get a women's match. Oops, I typed it in. I wrote Chelsea Green versus Zelina Green. LOL. Zelina Vega.
Yeah.
This one was a bit ugly. It was quick. Probably could have lived without it. Zelina botched the 619, and then when she went to throw the kick because she got tripped up in the rope, she ended up kicking Chelsea right in the face.
Busted.
So Chelsea's got another busted face. Didn't that happen the last time she was on Saturday night's main event too?
Maybe. She's busted a couple times.
Yeah. So that was unfortunate, but Zelina did hit a huge code red from the top turnbuckle. That was pretty sick. So she won the match and she retained. Again, this one was quick. It was what it was. I hope Chelsea's alright. But my God, her and the Secret Harvest are fucking hilarious.
It's so good. This is the one that, like, I did see some Discord on the internet, like, oh, they only put this here to shut us up, and blah, 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 like, whatever. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel the same way.
It's Saturday night's main event. There's going to be a crap ton of commercials. It's live TV. They only have some, room for so many matches. A lot of these feuds I'd rather get done with in Saturday night's main event, like Priest versus Drew. I think we all picked Zelina Vega, correct?
Yeah, you and I did.
Yeah. So, next we have John Cena versus Ron Cena.
I was hoping you'd like that.
I will say, they tripped me up here in the predictions because it's a non-title match, so I assumed Truth was going to win. I thought this was going to be the main event, and I thought Cody was going to help him win. That's what I thought was going to happen.
Gotcha.
Because, like, if Cena, they were going to have Cena win, I was like, well, then why not just give Truth the title match? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Court saw right through it, picked Cena.
The whole group picked R-Truth, and I was like, it was one of those 6 because I was the last one to get my picks, and I was like, man, am I missing something?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I stuck to Cena. The killing spree continues.
I
Cena, go ahead.
I hate to say this because God, do I love Truth, but this was the worst match on the card. This is the match I could have lived without, honestly.
Oh, really? I thought it was better than Chelsea and Zelina for sure.
I mean, Chelsea and Zelina was sloppy. It was short. They had their issues, but like I just thought this was boring. After
No.
Truth's entrance, this match did not do a whole lot for
Yeah.
me.
Truth did the whole Cena entrance. Cena went for the 5 moves of doom, but Truth reversed that of the AA. And when Truth did the 5 moves of doom back on Cena, man, I lost my shit.
Yeah,
Um, but then classic Cena match. As of late, he grabs the title belt. He has like a moment of truth. He thinks about it, gives the belt to the ref. But the ref turns around and put the belt back. Cena hits the low blow. That son of a bitch.
hell
No
yeah.
good, John Cena.
Yeah,
Hits the AA. Puts Truth away.
yeah. And
That son of a bitch.
it was an alright match. It wasn't super exciting. So at some point, you didn't mark this down, so we'll just talk about this now. At some point, Cena runs into Jay backstage and pretty
Yes.
much is like, man, like I'm about to take this title with me. You're about to lose your title to a
So
YouTuber.
YouTube.
Boy, that's gonna kill wrestling.
Yep.
And you can tell he's holding on to the Chamber loss or the Royal Rumble loss.
Yep.
So, then we have Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre, steel cage. Again, I was like, well, they're gonna give Drew a win. Stupid me.
Yeah. So I think we both went Drew.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is the only match I got wrong. We both went Drew. And RJ, the only one who picked Chelsea and got it wrong, was the only one who picked Priest and got it right.
Yeah, stupid me. God forbid Drew gets a win in a rivalry. Great match.
I know, man. Unreal.
Awesome match.
Yep, match was solid.
Thought the match
Really
was
solid.
really good. I'm not gonna lie, I can do without Jesse. The first time
He's a lot.
The first time was cool. I'm glad they only got him there for one match. But boy, I could really do without Jesse. Um, I'm over it.
I'm not his biggest fan.
I like Lillian being there, and I like him hosting to some degree, but like yeah, kind of wears off after a while. Thank God it's only for one match. Yeah, match was awesome. I thought this cage match was really good. I don't particularly always like cage matches, just because like same reasons a lot of things I don't like when it comes to wrestling. Just the constant reasons for terrible wrestling fans to find something to bitch and complain about. Um, yeah, match was really good.
They eat each other's finishers, which I thought was fun. I always love when stuff like that happens. What were you going to ask? My man's needs a nap.
Yeah. What do you think they do with these two next? Because I feel like
Uh,
either one has a direction, right?
Drew's taking time off for sure.
You think so?
Yeah. I think Drew's gonna step away for a bit. As far as Priest, no clue. He's gonna have to find a feud here on SmackDown pretty soon. Maybe he gets into something with like Aleister Black or something.
Well,
Someone on SmackDown who needs a feud.
you know what he could do?
What's that?
He walks away from this feud with the win. Jacob and Priest for the U.S. title.
Yep, that could be good too. I don't know. I think Jacob's going to be a little tied up here. It looks like, but that would be a good feud that I could get into.
No, they're gonna drag that shit out for a year and a half, brother. You kidding me? This thing ain't going anywhere anytime.
SummerSlam 26.
Yes, SummerSlam next year. It'll be solo WrestleMania this year. JC SummerSlam next year. So
Jesus.
yeah,
Potentially.
yeah.
Oh.
I figure when Drew comes back, he probably will take a little bit of time. But yeah, I think he stays gone until the draft. There's rumors.
I'm fine with that. Dude has earned some time off.
Yeah. There's rumors that the draft's going to happen after Money in the Bank.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, I figure that'd give him a month or two off, and then come back wherever he gets drafted. You know what I'm saying? Fresh new crop of people. I don't remember if it was here or if I think it was here. We get announced that we get what is it? An NXT show? Yeah, Great American Bash, Saturday Night's Main Event, and Evolution 2, all in the same weekend.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I did a lot of fast forwarding because I wasn't live, so that's why I skipped some of these.
Yeah.
I did leave out the Cena Jay thing because it pissed me off, and I didn't want to rant about it. So here's the thing with that. I think it's pretty obvious it was pre-taped.
Yep.
Because Cena was back in his shirt and his hat and looked unscathed. Mm-hmm. So just do the bottom third graphic that says, earlier, or just show it before Cena's match. Because it's not like it was right before Jay's match. So that was, again, another, terrible production spot. Do one of the, cover your asses. But to see Cena have a match and then immediately go to a clip of him, I thought just looked fucking stupid. I hated it. But yeah, I did not catch what you just said. I missed all that.
To be fair, it was after the cage match. So there was a whole ass cage match in between. Because it was right when Jay was about to come out.
It was?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
So to be fair.
Yeah. It led into the Jay match?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
So, But
that's not as bad then.
It's not as bad, but I do get what you're saying. Because it was very obviously pre-taped. So,
yeah. And they said something at the beginning. Parts of this episode will be pre-taped.
Yeah.
So, that must have been it.
And here's the thing. I rant about this a lot. And if this offends you, I don't apologize. Because I feel very strongly about this. The worst thing about being a wrestling fan is other wrestling fans. Yeah. I've said this forever. I mean it, and I will never apologize for it. And I think that's pretty cool that we get Great American NXT Great American Bash, Saturday Night's Main Event, Evolution 2, all the same weekend. We've all wanted Evolution. I don't remember what month it's in, but I think July, August, October, September, somewhere around there. One of the summer months. I want to say July, but I feel like there's just no room for that. So,
let me take a look. July 13th.
Okay, yeah. So it is July. Yeah. We've all been wanting Evolution 2. It's going to be a great night. A lot of girls are going to get their time to shine. And of course, what is the first fucking thing I see on the internet? Oh, they only did this so they don't have to put any women's matches on Saturday Night's Main Event of Great American Bash. They just only did this. I hate the IWC and I hate other wrestling fans with a effing passion. And I get it. When you listen to losers like Meltzer, Alvarez, Sean Ross Sapp,
that dude's a putz.
Oh my God, he was this weekend especially. Jesus Christ,
it's sufferable.
Yeah, I get it. They fanned tribalism and everything else, and then when it's something they disagree, they freak out and act like they have no idea what people are talking about. But, and again, we've been open. We don't watch AEW all the time. Almost never, frankly. But we don't constantly shit on it. And we don't tell people not to watch it. I looked at what happened with Double or Nothing. Part of me feels like, once it comes out on Max, I might watch Anarchy in the Arena or whatever that match is called.
I still haven't even looked up to see what happened.
There's a couple matches I'll peek into. I hated that Mercedes one, but I saw that coming a mile away. She's going to beat Toni Storm at the next pay-per-view, which is going to suck. because I don't like her, but that has nothing to do with AEW.
Right.
So, it is what it is. I hate wrestling fans. Unless you're watching and subscribed, then I like you. You're alright. You alright.
I'm gonna keep you.
Hey, you alright. You alright. The ones who aren't, go fuck yourself. Then we get the main event.
Time out. Can we just talk about how Priest hit a concerto? That was badass.
That was badass. But it didn't have the same impact because at that point I was pissed that Drew was about to lose.
Yeah.
And I
was
actually angry that Drew lost his match. So like
I was too. I feel like Drew keeps looking like a chump, and I feel like Drew's a killing machine. Drew's probably one of my favorite guys, just like period. So
it's funny.
I
hated him in his first run. I thought he was.
Me too.
He was so useless,
and I love him now.
Ever since he came back. But yeah, I was so mad that Drew was about to lose that Concerto did not do what it should have done for me. But either way, good for Priest. He's racking up those wins. I assume he'll be back on whatever show the World Heavyweight Championship's on, and he'll be wrestling.
Drew?
Yeah.
Oh, he has to because he's totally taking Jay's belt.
I think it's a Drew. Frankly, I think both of them will be. Because Damien keeps getting these wins. I'm assuming he's going to wrestle. Maybe he'll wrestle Cena. At like a Saturday night's main event or something, If they
Drew, you mean?
No, Damien.
Damien. But the little time Cena's got left.
I mean, they gave one to Truth, brother.
Hey, at least there's a story there. There's something there.
That's why I said Saturday night's main event. I don't think they're doing my pay-per-view, but maybe a Saturday night's main event. He's racking up wins. He racked up 2 against Drew. So,
that's true.
Then we get the main event of the evening. Yay! Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the World Heavyweight Championship. I thought it was a good match. I didn't think it was great, but it wasn't bad. Especially for Logan being in the match, and apparently all of a sudden Jay doesn't know how to wrestle once WWE gave people what they wanted. Weird how that keeps happening.
You want to know what's hilarious?
What's up?
I didn't type this in, but I was like, this is Logan Paul's worst match, and it's because he fought Jey Uso. I genuinely think so. I really do.
What? What did Daniel Bryan say about wrestling fans?
Fickle. It really was, though. I feel like Logan Paul... But I think it's because Logan Paul always has really good matches.
I disagree. If you want to say Logan's worst match was his elimination qualifier with Rey Mysterio, that was not a good match on Raw, where they were like...
I can't believe you just pulled that from out of nowhere.
Because they were like tripping all over each other. I'm going to be honest,
that was worse.
Yeah, and the only reason I'm pulling that is because I listened to another podcast where they harped on that way too much. Because I love them, this other podcast that I watch. But they definitely let their political views kind of sway their opinions on certain people. Logan. Which again,
right.
I agree with them politically. I just try not to let that affect what I'm watching on the screen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Logan just he's great in ring. I don't think he's a good person. I really hate his viewpoints politically, but hell of an in-ring performer. He's so athletic. Yep. He's learning a lot of the other stuff. He's picked it up easy. Like I said, Jay knew how to wrestle, and all of a sudden, once WWE gave fans what they wanted, now all of a sudden he can't wrestle. Weird how that happened. Nobody would have guessed that.
No, I didn't see it coming.
So Cena comes out, just starts beating down Jay, and I'm not going to lie, there was about a half second when Cena came running down, that was like, there's no way they're putting this belt on Logan. There's no fucking would.
Yep. I thought it was going to happen when I saw Cena.
Yeah, and my mouth, like, dropped. And,
Yeah, I was frantic. I was exhausted, and I actually stood up to pull my hair out.
Yeah.
Like, when I get really stressed, I won't sit down. I'll stand up, and I'm just, like, ready to freak out.
Yeah. But
The quarterback is back!
Our Lord and Savior Cody Rhodes came out. Cody
Oh,
comes
boy.
out, clears house, says, not tonight, no thank you, and saves the show. Did it end up going to, like, a no contest, or did Jay get the pin?
No. So, here's what happens.
Yeah.
Jay made the pin,
Yeah.
and the Cena yanked the ref out, and he just, stayed outside for this whole thing. And then Cody came down. Cody hit the crossroads on Cena, and then Jay hit the spear on Logan, and then the ref got back in.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
and then Cody grabs the mic after the match, and he announces a tag team match for Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Shuddy What You Drank. It is going to be Logan Paul and John Cena, the two most hated guys in WWE, arguably, versus the most beloved, and Cody and Jay.
Oh, again, used to be Jay. Now all of a sudden, not so much.
I don't know, man. That crowd went nuts for him.
I mean, the base WWE fans love Jay. I'm just giving shit to the terrible Twitter.
IWC, yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was an overall an alright show. I mean, we all know not a whole lot usually happens, but I'd say enough happened in this one to warrant like an alright. It was a solid show. You definitely wanted to catch up on it if you missed it for some reason. So, that's our night's main event. So we're gonna stop the video here and just click over to the next one to watch our Battleground review. So give us a like, subscribe, follow, hit the notification bell, and give us a comment. Give us some comments. If there's something good, we'll talk about it. I'll probably talk about how much of an idiot you are, unless you're agreeing with me. Then that's what we're talking about. If not, we will see you for our Battleground review later. And until then, we'll talk to everyone later. Enjoy your wrestling. Peace.
See ya.